Hey guys, Ashley here for Real Buyer Agency and John and Scott Bothell, here with the March monthly market update for the residential real estate markets of King and Snohomish counties, Washington. In this video, we'll look at the market statistics and contributing data that ran through the month of February, briefly looking how 30-year fixed mortgage rates trended nationally, before moving on to look at the key local market data that was sourced directly from the Northwest MLS public release made earlier this month. In these videos, we attempt to break down a handful of charts in a little detail before finally providing a complete summary of the current market outlook at the very end. If you're just looking to get some quick info on one specific market aspect or that summary of the current market as a whole, please feel free to skip ahead to the relevant section. Depending on which platform you are watching on, you can find detailed chapters and timestamps provided on the video timeline or in the description below. Okay then, that said, let's get started.
Okay, as normal, we're going to start off by looking at some national mortgage data. We're going to look at how the 30-year fixed rate trended on average through the month of February and the first couple of weeks of March. This is weekly data provided by Freddie Mac, with the data reporting every Thursday. So for the week ending February the 4th, we were at 2.73% for the 30-year fixed on average. And the week ending February the 11th, we remained at approximately 2.73%. Then for the week ending February the 18th, rates rose to 2.81% on average. And for the week ending February the 25th, 30-year fixed rate rose again, with Freddie Mac reporting at 2.97% on average. Rates continue to rise up above the 3% mark for the first 2 weeks of March. For Thursday, March the 4th, the average was reported at 3.02%, and then for Thursday, March the 11th at 3.05%. And that is as far as this specific chart goes, although we're recording a few days later than this, and I can say that it has continued to trend upwards, remaining comfortably above 3% in this interim period. Okay, moving on to the local data. Newly active listings for the month of February, King County had 2,893 newly active listings, and Snohomish County had 1,045 newly active listings. We're looking at the green columns here. In King County, that meant a month-to-month increase of approximately 11.35%, and in Snohomish County, that meant a month-to-month adjustment of approximately plus 2.65%. When we compare this February versus February last year, we can see that in King County, newly active listings are actually down by approximately 2.56%. And in Snohomish County, we're actually down by about 10.3%. Switching over to total active listings. For the month of February, King County had 1,828 total active listings. Snohomish County had 347. In King County, this meant a month-to-month decrease of approximately 1.46%, and in Snohomish County, this meant a month-to-month decrease of approximately 6.72%. When we compare this February versus February last year, we'll see that in King County, total active listings are actually down by 17.69% to 2 decimal places, and in comparison, Snohomish County is down approximately 56.46%. versus February 2020. Okay, moving on to pending sales numbers. This is our year-over-year chart for pending sales numbers, looking at February 2021 versus February 2020. February 2021's data is in the green columns. For the month of February, there were 2,865 total pending sales in King County, and in Snohomish County, there was 1,117. Total pending sales here account for properties that went pending during the month, not inclusive of pendings that run over from previous months, and with any property that may have gone pending more than once during the month only being counted the one time. In King County, this means there was a month-to-month adjustment in pending sales of 9.14%, and in Snohomish County, there was a month-to-month adjustment of 6.89%. Looking at this chart specifically for February 2021 versus February 2020, we see that in King County, pending sales are actually down by approximately 1.04%, and in comparison, we were down in Snohomish County by 23.75%. Moving on to price charts. Let's start here with the median listing prices. 13-month chart. For the month of February, King County's median list price was $719,925, while Snohomish County's median listing price was $650,000. In King County, this meant a month-to-month decrease of approximately 0.69%, which doesn't mean that much, particularly considering we're dealing with median listing prices. Meanwhile, in Snohomish County, this meant a month-to-month increase of approximately 4%. When we compare this February versus February of last year, we can see that in King County, the median list price is actually down by approximately 4.01%. And in comparison, Snohomish County's median list price has increased approximately 12.07%. And then lastly, but certainly not least, we'll finish out our charts with the median closing sales prices. For the month of February, King County's median closing sales price was $679,075, while Snohomish County's median sales price was $576,050. In King County, this meant a month-to-month increase of approximately 5.29%, and in Snohomish County, this meant a month-to-month increase of approximately 3.79%. When we compare February 2021 versus February 2020, we can see that in King County, the median sales price is actually up by approximately 10.42%, while in comparison, Snohomish County's median sales price is up approximately 16.55%.
Okay then, so in summary, mortgage rates in February continued to rise, starting the month at 2.73%. 30-year fixed rates reported by Freddie Mac rose to an average of about 2.97% through February the 25th, and through the first 2 weeks of March, they rose to an average of 3.05%. While January had shown a fairly substantial divergence in activity between King and Snohomish County, the most recent data indicates that the most metrics activity across the two counties is now much closer to being in lockstep. In both cases, newly active listings were down slightly for this February versus February last year, but as would be fully expected, they were up slightly versus January of this year. Total active inventory further decreased slightly month to month and is off from the number posted this time last year by a pretty substantial margin in both counties. When it comes to total pending sales for February, year over year in both counties, numbers are lower. They were marginally down in King County and sizably down in Snohomish. A decent portion of these lower pending sales numbers we see in Snohomish County can be attributed to the extremely depressed numbers in terms of total available inventory on the market. On the price front, while average listing prices flattened off in King County for February, contrasted versus the continuation of a sharp increase in average list prices in Snohomish County, the median closing sales prices in both counties rose sizably. King County ended the month with a median closing sales price just over $679,000, which was a little less than $20,000 short of its all-time median sales price high that was set last September. Snohomish continues to see sales prices rise sharply, ending in February with a median closing sales price of a little over $576,000, comfortably setting yet another county all-time median sales price high. In short, the story in both King and Snohomish continues to be one of strong buyer demand in the face of very limited home inventory. So far, the recent increase in average mortgage rates and rapidly appreciating prices do not seem to have done much to deter buyers from their active goal of purchasing a new home. Very similarly to last month, we may anticipate that in the short term, inventory will continue to remain extremely compressed versus demand, and that prices will continue to rise. On a 6-month to 1 year timeline, it is less clear how things will shake out in terms of a potential increase in mortgage rates and increases in price point versus buyer demand. Will prices crest at a break point of real affordability or perceived affordability? Or will available inventory begin to finally trend upwards as current homeowners truly realize the amount of equity they may have recently accumulated on the back of this rapid price appreciation? The jury remains out on this one for now, but moving forward, we will do everything we can to keep you abreast in a timely manner of both what is going on in this marketplace on the ground and also of any well-considered market projections. Okay then, that does it for our March market update. Please hit the like button if you found this video useful and subscribe to the page or the channel and post any questions you may have in the comments. Otherwise, as normal, I hope this finds you well, that you're enjoying the start of your spring, and as always, continue to be safe out there and have a great one.